G'day everyone and welcome back to the Perkins Engineering YouTube channel. I'm very excited about this episode because we're on the road and we've headed down to Snowy River Caravans headquarters. Our great friends here at Snowy River. I want to see how these caravans come to life. One of Australia's largest growing caravan businesses, and there's a lot that goes into manufacturing a caravan, whether it be workmanship, quality control, and all the different fundamentals to put this together. So, as an engineering buff myself, I'm pretty keen to go in there and have a good look at how these caravans are put together. Well, here we are inside this massive warehouse that is Snowy River HQ. It's a hive of activity and it's bigger than any race team I've ever been into. And it's this time I get to introduce Oz, who's the quality control and continuous improvement manager here at Snowy River. Hey mate, thanks for having us down here today and showing us around. First of all, what's behind us here? Because this is the start of the whole production line.
Correct, so that's what we call this heart of production and quality. So we got skill metrics here, which we assess people's skills and do future training. We got the workload charts, we got the assignment board, which we do absenteeism management and continuous improvement. We control it, also quality control on that side. And we got the continuous improvement part, which is part of production and quality. So we got multiple things, standardized work review schedules, we got problem solving sessions, that's all happening here.
I do like that everything's on a big board. And I tell you, my old man Larry Perkins will be very pleased to see some procedures and things on clipboards like this. Our next phase is let's go and check out the staff training area. Okay, so this is the training area, the training bay. It's quite a big setup here. There's lots of benches and workstations set up, and but this is mandatory, isn't it, Oz, for all staff to come through these training sections?
Correct. So everyone must go through the fundamental skill training and also we go through the quality training.
You've got quite a number of people, I think over 60% of the business are under 25 and 33% female, so you've got quite a diverse range of people coming through here.
We love it.
The attention to detail is what I like the most. So can you just show us quickly, there's red labels here and green labels here. That's obviously good and bad.
Correct. So we got on this side what's bad. So it's so many experience that we had with new starters, the operators having a lot of mistakes, and then we create our quality standards so we can actually clearly show it to everyone what's expected and what's not expected.
This is something that I do like to see because in motor racing in particular, most people learn from their mistakes, but this is getting in front of that. And if we keep going down a bit further, I did notice you've got a complete sort of suspension setup. This is what's meant to be good, and this is what's bad.
Correct. So, as you can see the red dots here, so it's rusty, shockers upside down, bent metals, cables all over the place, extra grease, so it's just to show and change actually their mindset before they go to production.
Yeah, so the attention to detail, making sure you've got the right washers, the right nuts, the right bolts. It's incredible detail that they go to make sure that everything's assembled properly. And like I said, a few motor racing teams could learn a thing or two from this. This is fantastic. In terms of heat retention and reflection, the way all Snowies are made is about as good as it gets. XPS foam is sandwiched between two skins of fiberglass, combining to a system dubbed Alloplex. The walls and ceiling measure 32mm thick and the floor 42mm thick. Using XPS foam core sandwich panels is one of the best ways to build, as it reflects heat very well and keeps the cool or warmth in. Right, so we've been in the training area, now we're right out in the thick of the warehouse here, and this is where all the paperwork, the training, the procedures and everything start to take place, because the Snowy River Caravans arrive at this facility just here, and then they start by, looks like air conditionings and the shutters and things go on, and then they move to the hoist. Is that right, Oz?
Yes.
Yep.
So we got air cons happening, hatches, solar panels, awnings, and then after it goes straight to the hoist.
And so we're standing around a few axles and things here, so obviously the caravans go up on the hoist and the various axles and suspension all get fitted up just here.
Correct. So these all prepped previously, and then we bring it here, and then it goes to the trolley, and we lift it to the hoist.
How long would each caravan be on the hoist in this work phase?
So we got 3-4 different type of caravans here, so the suspension types and the sizes. So mainly 1.5 hours to 2.5 hours, depends of the suspension.
Okay, let's go and have a closer look underneath one of these. So up on the hoist you can see the team fitting the axles and a bit of electrical work. What else do they do underneath?
We do the water tanks under, we do the corner legs, we do the adjustment on the brake cables, we do the hitches and couplings. And once we do it, the lens goes down and goes to the next process.
And the last, I see the nice little trolleys there with the new wheels and tyres. That's the last thing to go on before it drops back down.
Correct.
Perfect. All right, well let's go and check out the next part of the production phase. So as they're assembling these Snowy River Caravans, obviously all the parts, consumables, axles and bits and pieces come from this massive store behind us, Oz. This is where all the bits that go onto the caravans come from.
Yes, so we got half of the store is the production store and the other half is supporting spare parts, which is the after sale department.
So there'd be wheels, tyres, axles, you name it, there'd be enough for hundreds of caravans here.
Anything you need.
So a big part of any manufacturing is OH&S and preventing workplace injuries, and this is a prime example of that, isn't it, Oz?
Correct. So this is actually designed by one of our operators. So they actually sick of working on the ground and then they come up with a great idea and then they actually drove this, escalated to team leader and the team leader worked with the welders and designed this car.
So in this particular instance, this is lifting up the independent suspension arms off a pallet and getting them along and then streamlining through to production.
Correct, so no manual lifting.
Perfect. Now Oz, a big part of cleaning up is recycling. We've got copper and no doubt cardboard and any scrap metal.
Yes, we do scrap metals as well.
So this is just excess wiring and bits and pieces that are no longer required in the manufacturing.
So it's just the long cable, sometimes it comes really long, so we cut it and then we recycle it.
Might grab some from my scrap bin. So what's behind here, Oz?
We got prototypes behind.
Oh, so I'll be able to go and have a look? Or?
No way, no way.
Oh, why not?
No way, man.
Okay, all right, we better get going. All right, so from the hoist, the vans come down here to the production bay. And Oz, what happens behind here? Because I can see a fair few qualified tradesmen.
Yes, so we got qualified plumbers and electricians working on the line. We got every bay has their own tasks. So then we got the quality inspectors and the team leaders to make sure we got the top quality happening.
So this is where it's really starting to take shape as a completed van, isn't it?
Correct. So after this bay, production line completes, all the tasks complete in the production line, it goes to the next bay, which is quality control.
Another thing that I've noticed around here, Oz, is these quality alerts keep showing up. So this is a constant update for the staff and everything. It's quite good.
Yes, we provide minimum 3 a day. So every day we create the new quality alerts to make sure production is aware of all the mistakes. And then we correct it. So it's almost like a corrective action.
All right, well, this looks pretty cool. I'm gonna have a look through here and then we'll go over to quality control. So we're getting towards the end now, Oz, aren't we? This is the quality control. Now, I know that sounds obvious to some, but tell us exactly what happens in this sort of last phase of quality control testing.
Yeah, so what we do is we have 2 different things. So function test we do, that's the most important thing. So we got quality inspectors and engineers working on the van almost like a customer. So it's on the line, it's more technical stuff happening, but here is more actually pretend as a customer and check everything and all the other visual checks happening also here.
Yeah, I think that's pretty interesting because you would get a lot of the technicians on the floor that know they've done their job properly, but then they're not a consumer, so you need to really test every switch, stoves, taps, everything, and that's where this happens right here.
Correct.
All right, and then from here, we go to a waterproofing test outside, and I'm pretty keen to have a look at this, so let's go and have a look. So this is the rainwater test bay. I'm actually blown by this. This looks unreal. It's got over 500 nozzles like injectors, and you're going to blast water over this thing to replicate the terrain and conditions for how long?
10 minutes.
And so after 10 minutes, then how do you establish any leaks? Is it something you visually go and have a look inside?
Correct. So we got the QC inspectors walk in the van and then inspect the whole caravan.
How's this for another form of quality control? I reckon we need to get this fired up and have a look and see how much water goes over this caravan. This is cool. That 10-minute rainwater test was very impressive, Oz. I've got to say, did you do it to the pop tops as well?
Every caravan.
Every model. That's very impressive. I've got to say, Oz, didn't know what I was going to expect, but I've been blown away by the procedures, your quality control, everything that happened in the warehouse there, and to create these end products. Credit to you and your team, it's very impressive.
Thank you very much.
That's it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. Something a bit different on our channel. Like I said, I really enjoyed having a look through it and seeing how they're put together. And looking forward to bringing you a few more episodes in the future. So thanks for watching.